All right. Hello, everyone. We are back at it once more with 999. So, yeah, we're going to be getting into that fun stuff here in a second. Hold on. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. But yes, we're back at it again. We're going to continue 999. Thank you. And we are going to be solving more escape rooms and getting more weird stuff that are probably going to be talked about in this game. Whether or not it is going to be more stuff about, like, the biomorphic field or other things, I have no idea. But let's go and find out together. So let me launch this. Thank you, Arxis, for, I guess, doing the thing for this. Continue. Is this the lay? Yes. Okay, good. Yes, I would. So last time we ended up in this weird operating room. So first things first. Hey, I wonder what this thing is. It says kg on the display. Oh, kilograms. Think maybe it's a scale? Yes. Is your heart lighter than a feather? Huh? There's some sort of lid on this. Why don't you try opening it? Can't. There's no handle. I can't get under it with my nails either. Lean scale next to the upper tail. Has some lid. Okay, cool. That's it. These dolls are really kind of creepy, you know. Hey, it says something here. John? You think that's this doll's name? Is the last name Doe? Maybe? This thing is creepy. I wonder why it's on the bed. Bed. An operating table. Do you think old operating tables looked like this? Maybe. I have no idea. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, there's this little thing, which I suppose if you're on keyboard, it helps. A white cloth. Creepy medical mannequin lying on the bed. Apparently his name is John. Is that degenerate albatross? Yes, Peace. Yes, it is. Hello. It's been far, far too long. Medical mannequin with its gut showing. Ew. Gross. Hey, Junpei. There's a slit in this thing's chest. Yeah, sure is. There's something in there. Maybe we can get it out. Ugh. Damn it. Stinking thing won't budge. Stuck. I thought you'd never I know! I have been gone for so long. So many things have been happening, but I am back once more. Into the streaming sphere, I am. I guess you can't use force on this one then. You need something small that can fit into that little hole. Phrasing. Alright. Ooh, lots of medical supplies. There's a lot of surgery stuff. There are some scalpels, a few pair of forceps, and a couple of syringes. All of it's too rusty to be useful, though. Hey, there's a scalpel here that looks new. Which this one? Scalpel laser claw. Scalpel that's not rusty. Seems like it was put here for a reason, huh? Think it's telling us to cut something? Yeah, I do. Is it the medical mannequin right here? See this thing's internal organs. If we had something that could fit into those cracks, maybe we could take out those internal organs. No, I wanted to turn the camera. Scissors. Coacher forceps. Are those scissors? They look kind of funny. No, that's probably a pair of Coacher forceps. Surgeons use them during operations. They can hold blood vessels shut and keep tissue out of the way. We can use it to pull stuff out of small holes or something like that. Well, why didn't you say so? Is the baster? No? Okay. What's this thing? It's got these short iron legs. Maybe it's a heater? There's nothing inside it. It's a fake chest. Ew, that's so gross. This is the chest. It's a woman's chest. The heart's gone, but it's pretty hot. Shut up, 7. If that kind of thing turns you on, 7, you're a real creepo. Thank you. weird, but okay, I guess. Anything else? Maybe you're supposed to heat something like that gauze to kill the bacteria. There's a boiling thingy over there. There's nothing on the lid or in the drawers. Drawer's empty. Yeah, nothing there. Well, that's disappointing. Don't want to go there yet. We still have the poacher forceps. A fake organ. So we took the organ thingy out of the chest thingy. It's a lung, not an organ thingy. Love me a good rusty syringe. Goodness. I mean, hey, some people prefer them. If there's a hole, there's a goal, Altos. Come on now. I know. This part here on the back, it's all rubbery. You're right. So, it's a fake organ. Of course it'd be. Wait, what's Seven grabbing it for? Hey, it feels like there's something in here. You think you can cut through the rubber part? Oh, I sure think I can with this trusty scalpel laser claw. Let's try cutting this organ with a scalpel. It's an organ key. There's a key in this organ. Found a key in an internal organ. Wow, wait, hold on 1 second. No, not that. Call me crazy. Okay, the game thinks I'm crazy. That's fine. I'm used to that. Something that looks like scale. Something on the front of it. Oh, there's a lid in front of it. Fake chest. No. Oh, it's just lying there. Okay. By cloth. Darn it. Ah, the chemical room. It's locked. Okay, what about... Okay, where are you going? That's the door we came through. The only thing out there is the numbered door. I'm pretty sure I don't need to tell you that the numbered door is a one-way deal. So, yeah, I know. You're saying there's no point to going back there, huh? And they're nodding. Awesome. Awesome, it's unlocked. Okay, that was the thing. I saw the little thing on the side. I was like, okay, does it want me to click that so I can put in the key? Not the case. Iron equals 1, carbon dioxide, salt 2, ammonia, water 3, ethanol. Let me see, game. All right, bet. Oh, goodness. All right, hold on. Let me get my notepad out. So, iron equals 1, carbon dioxide, salt 2, ammonia, then water 3, ethanol. There we go. Iron equals 1, salt equals 2, water equals 3. Not the notepad. Look, I need it. Because this is a puzzle game. I need to keep my notes intact. Something to do with this box, maybe. It's a blue liquid. Looks like there's something inside that bottle. Why don't you try pouring some out into the cap? Can't see any reason why not. It could be a hazardous material, that's why. Coward, look. I don't want to try and remember everything in my head, alright? Especially not with a game like this. That's from the DS era.
Stop!
What's that? It's bright blue. Do you think it's alien blood? Where the hell did that come from? And what do you think it is, Seven? I don't know, some sort of special bath soap? Ugh, what a boring guess. Okay, cool. That's all we're getting from that. It's a red liquid. It looks like there's something inside that bottle. Why don't you try pouring some out into the cap? Can't see any reason why not. What's that? It's bright red. Do you think it's blood? Nope, blood's thicker than that. And what is it? Beats me. Combine. Darn it. Box is locked. Looks like you have to enter a passcode. Only enter 3 numbers. Give it a shot. So, 3, 2, 1. Darn it. Okay. Well. Yes, thank you. Cool. Something stinks. Is it coming from this bottle? It says NH3. Well, of course, that of course stinks. It's ammonia. Well then. Hold on. NH3. It's some juice. It is for some people, I suppose. Speaking of, hold on. I had to take a sip. Hey, Junpei. There's dihydrogen monoxide on the shelf. Why don't you just say water? Oh my goodness. Junpei, there's a bottle of iron powder on the shelf. How do you know it's iron? The label says Fe. Fe stands for iron, right? I'll take your word for it. Hey, Junpei, do you think there's any slugs on this ship? Did you find salt, woman? Well, if there are, I was thinking we could put salt on them. What she's pointing at. Label states NaCl. Salt, huh? What a nerd. That's a lot. To be fair, that is a lot of these characters where they just... Basically, the running joke that we've had for this game is that all the characters share one brain cell, and it just kind of hops between everyone. So right now, the brain cell is working overtime, just switching between everyone, apparently. Do you think 7 will shrivel up if we put it on him? Hey, you say something? Oh, good stuff. Let's go for a drink. What are you talking about? I'm talking about that ball. Is it pure alcohol? It says C2H5OH, right? It's ethanol. Well, hold on. I'm just trying to remember. The thing is, that's right. It's also known as ethyl alcohol. It's pretty much what booze is made of. So you're gonna drink it. Nah, I won't. I might say that's what it is on the label, but there could be anything in there. Okay, let's do that again. Thank you. Oh my goodness sakes. So ethanol, C2H5OH. I guess 7 and Clover sharing the brain cell. Yeah, pretty much. Me personally, I would just remember. I'm sure you would, Peace. It's like a can with a spray nozzle. It says CO2. It's oxygen or carbon dioxide. CO2. All right. This is gonna be a nightmare. Okay. Okay, so iron 1, salt 2, water 3, carbon dioxide. Wait. Hold on. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. No, okay. Water's 3. Okay. 3. Okay, so this is 4. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Probably not. 4. Okay, is the ammonia 5? Yes, so 5. Okay. We're learning. That means ethanol is 6. We'll go back to that later once we have more clues. Right now, never mind. I don't think there's anywhere else. So blue liquid and red liquid. I'm sure, okay. Is your heart lighter than a feather? No. Someone's lying there. High cloth. Hold on, I have a map, don't I? Yes. Okay. So I don't think we have gone to here. We just don't have the key for it yet. So we have this. Can I not, like, get closer to... Nothing on the lower shell. Shells packed with medicine I can't identify. Lots of different medicine, hard to tell them apart. Thing for boiling tools to sterilize them. There's nothing in the drawer. Sterilize, you say. Well, we've already used the knife. Table for special, they're all rusty, don't think it'll be useful. We already got the fake lung, which made us do the thing. Old operating table, medical mannequin. John's lying there. Chest is a medical mannequin. There's a hole on the left side of the chest. Cool. Okay, I figured, but... Nope, okay. Nope. And I can't combine these two, no. Full red liquid, blue liquid. We found the mannequin's internal organs in this fake chest still. Oh, now we get to, okay. Why can't we make purple liquid SMH my head? I don't know. I've been wondering that myself. Kind of device attached to the bed. It says kg on the panel. Is this a scale? Is your heart lighter than a feather? There we go. That doesn't look very comfortable. Well, no, it's not supposed to. Another medical mannequin? From the looks of it, this one's a chick. She has a name too. Jane? No, Lucy. Darn it. Poor thing. Looks like Miss Lucy only has a head and a left arm. Oh, look, Jane. So, yeah, see? I wasn't the only one who thought of it. Maybe we're supposed to gather all of her parts? Can I put her thing here? Old hard bed. And that's the kilogram scale. Okay. Looks like it's probably heater, nothing to it. Lots of tools. Nothing on the lower shelf. Can't do anything with that. Okay, so the organ tool works for everything. Got it. Let's see if, a piece of paper. What's this? It's probably an anatomy sheet. Is this some kind of medical record? New material has been added to the file screen. I think the file screen's my left. No, that's my calculator. The right. Medical record. A medical record found in the preparation room. It has 2 records for the mannequins. There's a male mannequin named John and a female named Lucy. The record shows each mannequin's total weight and the weight of the individual parts. Jane, who dat? Jane, like the Janest of doughs. Like we have the Johnest of doughs. So John is supposed to be 51.3 kilograms. Lucy is 53.2 kilograms. So we have the chest, which is 6 kilograms, and then the slot is supposed to have 2 kilograms. Okay. We'll definitely look at that later when it is more relevant. What the hell are you doing? Oh, if you gotta rebuild 2 mannequins and match the weight, this is gonna be god-awful. Well, I hate to tell you, Peace, that's probably what we're gonna have to do. Or at least for Lucy. I'm tired. I don't care, Clover. It's a green light. It's a ray of light going through the beaker. And it's hitting the thing on the right. The white light on the top is glowing. Yeah, but the red, blue, and purple ones aren't lit. Haha! What do you see? Hold on. Is there, can I use my, there's a ray of light, white light passing through the beaker. Can I put, let me put, curse you. Oh, there we go, item. Blue liquid. Hey, the blue light turned on, and I heard a noise. It sounded like something unlocking. Where? You get. Maybe this one. It says 21 on it. Let's see. Base Club for real, me, EP. Let's go to sleep. Fuck these puzzles. What's this? A light switch? Doesn't seem to be working. Okay. Do I just have to put both of the things in? Is that the whole liquid? You little git. Why do you do this to me? Hey, it turned red. Forget about that. Didn't you hear that just now? I did. There we go. I get it. You combine the red liquid and the blue liquid to make a purple one. The purple light turned on. See, we did get our purple liquid after all. We got the lean. Right when I did, I heard a noise. What do you think it was? Purple. Indeed. All right, let's take a look. Yes. Locked, won't open. Never mind. I thought it was that one. Ah! It's a fake stomach. It's a fake left leg and a fake right leg? Indeed. A sink. The doctors and nurses probably wash their hands here before an operation.
Sounds like someone's posting cringe.
Just a
Me
meme,
dick, settle down. Thank you very much, Yep, for the subscription for 14 months. It's Alatos. Time to throw toast. Oh boy. But yes, thank you very much, Yep, for the subscription. Got the brain cell color, that we did. Doctors and nurses, yes, for an operation. Nothing suspicious here. Is that my Pookie? Yep. Let's see. Okay. Looks like a light switch ain't working. They'll probably come back here later. In the meantime... Yes, playing Valorant. I have not... Oh, goodness. I have not played Valorant in a very, very long time. I will be real. Yeah, nothing's gonna happen with that. What if we just search all the body parts? It's a really big nose. That's no nose. It's a stomach. Oh, a stomach. Very smart, Clover. This is the left foot for the mannequin. Do you think I'm better? What? Do you think my legs are skinnier? Why does that matter here, woman? Right foot of the medical mannequin. I guess it's a woman's foot, but damn, doesn't look hot at all. Thanks, Seven. Have you got a thing for feet, Seven? No, that's crazy. You're acting kind of shady. You're acting like a little bit of a sussy Bacchus, Seven. Old hard bed. Can I put the things? No? Okay. Oh, purple liquid. Not the leg fetish. Look, there are certainly stranger fetishes out there. Believe me, I know. I'll shelf ethanol. Indeed. Rectangular table. Did people mix medicine in this thing? Probably. This thing won't open. Is it locked? Probably need to put in a passcode. I mean, geez, there's even a keypad on there. How much obvious can you get? And only enter 3 numbers. Yes. Give it a shot. All right. The problem is I don't know what they want me to enter in. So it's 1, 2, so my... Basically, I don't have to deal with this. This I don't have to worry about. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is the issue here. Locked box, yes. Only enter 3 numbers, yes. Okay. I just want to brute force it. Okay, I'm bored now. Okay. Sink? No. I wonder, can I combine these with... No, come on. Just let me combine with... Darn it. But I want to make a monstrosity that would offend God and man. Oh, goodness. All right. Okay, yes. Oxygen. Yes. Indeed. Okay. Don't think there's anywhere else I can go in this area. No. 'Cause that's a dead end. I feel like I am missing something completely obvious here. John's just like, can I look at John at all? lid in front of it. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna hold hard button. Lucy's head. Okay, no, it just wants me to gather all the parts. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Medical record, preparation, 2 mannequins, male John, Lucy, individual weights and parts. So yes, okay, cool. Oh, is this gonna be a thing? No? Okay. You can jump to different places in the story by using the flowchart. Both story segments and escape rooms can be viewed. Choices you make in the flowchart will affect story progress. Thank you. This is preparation. Yes, no kidding. Thank you, Clover. There's also this. There's a symbol engraved over the keyhole. Hey, this is a Jupiter symbol. It looks like a 21. Hey, wasn't this Jupiter symbol engraved by the keyhole on the other door? Other door? The door at the end of the hallway with all those rooms. You think maybe this door and that door use the same key? Maybe? I don't even have the thing anymore. Okay. So the light switch doesn't work. We've opened all of these. Sink doesn't look suspicious. I got addicted a year ago. Oh, goodness. I knew that game was popular and all. Nothing in here. Cabinet with drawer. Yes. You know what? Let me ask you this. Yeah, who's your favorite operator or whatever they're called in that game? Because let's see, light bulb illuminating the room. Because I know who mine is back when I played. I remember who my favorite person was. It was, I don't remember the name of the person, but it was the one voiced by Steve Blum. And that's all I know. Just a wooden partition, nothing special about it. I'm going to lose my absolute mind. Chemical room. Wait, hold on. Wait, am I supposed... What? No. Oh, I think... Okay, hold on. I think I see. Maybe. Okay. I think I see. If it is what I think it is, I'm going to go insane. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3. I'm going to go insane. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go absolutely mental if this is it. 4. No. 4. Okay, 4, 6, 12, 13. What's the root for? Not that. What's the digital root for 13? It's 4. Maybe? 6-4. Favorite controller is... Oh, controller is what they're called. Okay, is either Omen or Viper. Viper, I've heard, is a very, very popular one. So that completely makes sense to me. Oh. Darn it. Okay, hold on. So... Okay. Well, I tried my little theory out. The controllers, yeah. 1 equals iron, 2 salt equals 2, water equals 3, carbon dioxide equals 4, ammonia equals 5, ethanol equals 6. I wonder what the numbers... Wonder what numbers go after carbon dioxide, ammonia, and ethanol. Well, I know, I don't know what they want me to put in the order list is the only issue. Let me save. No, I don't want to save. Niet. Let's see. Let's see. Smoky Boys are controllers. Oh, yeah, I thought it was... yeah, right. Favorite initiators, breach, and favorite duelist is Yoru. Okay, so they all have, like, their own different thingamabobbers. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, obviously, they all have their different thing. I'm gonna go insane. There's no way to go to the left, no way to go to the right. Okay. Okay, yes. 1, 2, water equals 3. So 1, 2, 3 is water. Go insane, bud. You are already insane. What do you mean? Don't worry about it. It's fine. Answer carbon dioxide, CO2, 1 carbon, 2 oxygen. All of ammonia. 1 nitrogen, 3 hydrogen. 3 ethanol. Rectangular shape in the center. I just want to know what I'm missing here. Yes, thank you. I wish to do the thing. Okay. All right, so let's see. I wonder what numbers go after carbon dioxide. Okay, hold on. Let me double check this. So, 1 atom for okay. Maybe I am thinking. What if you find different things to make roots with? Potentially, I'm here. Oh, hold on. Let's see if my theory is ringing true here. Okay, so 1 atom for iron, 2 for salt. Yes, okay. 2, okay, no, I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing what it's telling me. So carbon dioxide is actually 3 because it has 1 carbon atom and 2 oxygen atoms. Because water 2, hold on. Let me double check. I'm gonna put this in parentheses just in case. So 4. I'm gonna say 3. There we go. Okay, and then ammonia. 1, 2, so 4. Okay, well, no, I accidentally did that in the wrong order. Okay. Did I hit insert on my thing by accident? I feel like I did. That's the only way it's doing this. Okay, and then... So, 2, 8, 9. Okay. So 9. So let's see if the code is 449. Darn it, really? Okay, let me double check. So, or no, it would be 349 because yes, there we go. Had it all mixed up. 3, 4, 9. There we go. Okay. I was completely misjudging that. All right. The fake heart. All right, this thing is super creepy. This ain't good for the heart. No, it's not. Fake arm. Oh, I was way too much overthinking that. Okay. There we go. Yes.
ああ、そうだな。
Clover nodded and left. Junpei was about to follow her when he realized that Seven wasn't following suit.
おい、
What's up, my
どう
man?
したんだよ、セブン。
ああ、
He looked up at Junpei distractedly, and then back down at the brown bottle he held cupped in his large hands.
それ薬の瓶か？
Are you about to take the ketamine, sir?
ちょっと気になってな。ほらよ。
In response, Seven tossed the bottle gently to Junpei. He caught it and twisted it around to read the label. Ethylene
エチレンジアミンタートレイト？
Thank you.
EDT 主積酸エチレンジアミンの
Are you sure it isn't DMT?
何の薬だ？
医薬品じゃねえ。確か工業用の清浄剤か何かだったはず
That
だ。
works just as well, I
どう
suppose.
してそんなものがここに？
何かを浄化するためだろ
何かって？
う。さあな。だが少なくとも俺の頭の中はほんの少しだけ浄化してくれたみたいだ。
What? Junpei looked up from the bottle. Did you drink this, sir?
何か思い出したのか？
ああ、
Seven nodded, slowly, and spoke.
思い出したのは EDT にまつわるこんな話。
Oh yeah, it's our lore dump, let's go!
今から半世紀以上も前のこ
Let's
と
go!
アメリカのとある工場で EDT の巨大な結晶を作っていた。目的はさっきも言ったが工業用の清浄剤として売るためだ。
Uh-huh.
ところがその工場が稼働を始めてから1年後のある日、タンクの中で生成していたこの結晶に奇妙な異変が現れ始めた。
Was it Ice Nine Kills? No.
EDT に水の分子が一つだけくっついたいわゆる水和物と呼ばれる結晶ができるようになってしまったんだ。こうなってしまうともはや清浄剤としては役に立たない。工場はできた結晶を廃棄処分にせざるを得なかった。だが話はそれだけでは終わらない。この日を境にして距離を隔てた別の工場でも同じ現象が現れるようになった。今までと全く同じ手順で全く同じ材料を使って全く同じ環境の下で生成していたにもかかわらず
Got water molecules and
出
became
来上がったも
useless?
のはどれもこれも水和物の結晶ばかりで、
Oh my goodness.
それからというもの世界各地のありとあらゆる工場で純粋な EDT の結晶は一切作れなくなってしまったらしい。それまでは研究機関も含めてそんな現象は一度たりとも発生したことはなかったの
I
に。
can practically see all the pixels in this image. This is great. Yes, welcome to old DS
それが
games.
生み出された途端、まるでなんて言やいいな。
あたかも物質同士が互いにささ
A
やき合っている
hive
かの
mind of crystals.
目には見えない何かで情報を伝え合っているかのように、その現象は瞬く間に世界各地へと広がっていった。
Alright, we are doing the Skeletor. Junpei looked up at Seven with half a smirk. Seven stared at him, dumbfounded.
そうだ。要するにそういうことだ。
Soda!
だが、なんでわかった？
似たような話を聞いたことがあるからだよ。
どこで？
冷凍庫で。
冷凍庫？
Yes, the story of Ice 9 and how it kills.
そこで紫から聞いたんだが、
Junpei told Seven the story he'd heard from June in the freezer in the kitchen. How one day, glycerin began to crystallize. And the story of ice that wouldn't melt at room temperature. When Junpei was done, Seven looked thoughtful and absent-mindedly rubbed the scar on his chin.
常温でも溶けない氷か。
何か思い当たることでも？
ちょっと待ってくれ。もう少しで思い出しそうなんだ。
Seven squinted. His eyes stared off into space as if he were trying to desperately to focus. Excuse me, on something far away.
もしかして
Do you know about Ice 9?
アイスナインのこと？
アイスナイン、アイスナイン、アイスナイン、アイス、アイス。
Ice, ice, baby. Suddenly, Seven's eyes shot open.
そうだ、思い出したぜ。 この船にはあの少女がいるんだ。
Which woman? We have multiple women on this boat.
あの少女？
アリスのことだよ。
アリスって誰だよ？
だから常温でも溶けない凍りついたあの少女のことだ。
Excuse me, what? A woman who won't melt at room temperature? You're My mans, I think you've been huffing the chemicals in here a bit too much. It became clear to Seven that Junpei had no idea what he was talking about. Usually we don't, yes. He ran his hand across his face and took a deep breath.
1912年4月15日の未明、タイタニック号が沈没したことは知ってるよな。
Yes, they made a movie about it and everything.
ああ、犠牲者の数は1500名以上。史上最悪の海難事故だ。それがどうかしたのか？
遺体を回収した船のことは？
確かカルパチア号じゃなかったかな。タイタニック号と同じイギリス船籍の客船だったと思うが。
違う、そいつは生存者を救出した船のことだ。遺体を回収した船はマッケイ・ベネット号という。
McKay
ベ
Bennett?
ネット号は事故発生から2日後の4月17日、カナダのハリファクスにある港を出港し、現場海域において306人の遺体を収容した。そこは氷山の漂う極寒の海原。当然のごとく引き上げられた遺体はガチガチに凍りついていた。
Well then.
あまり気分のいい話じゃないな。
ベネット号が引き上げたのは何も遺体だけじゃなかった。
Did they find a
洋上
mummy?
に浮かんだ数々の遺品も回収したと言われている。その中に一機の棺
It
が
was the mummy.
棺？
そう、棺だ。
Or
おそら
Dio.
く腕の立つ職人が作ったんだろう。組木細工のような構造をしていたその棺は一本の釘も使われていなかったにもかかわらず、少しの隙間もなくびっちりと密閉されていたらしい。
This man definitely huffs paint. Probably.
船員たちは気になってその棺を開けてみることにした。くさびを打ち込んで無理やりこじ開けたんだ。すると一人の少女の亡骸だった。
The priestess.
あでやかな黒髪、みずみずしく潤いをまとった褐色の肌、気品漂うその顔立ちはまるで女神のように美しかったという。彼女は眠るように死んでいた。今にも起き上がってきそうなほど血色のいい艶やかな肌を
But it
してい
was
た。
wax, you see.
だが彼女が目覚めることはなかった。他の犠牲者たちと同じように彼女の体は冷たく凍りついていたんだ。やがて捜索を終えたベネット号は母港であるハリファクスの港へと戻った。次々と陸揚げされていく306体の遺体。春のうららかな日差しを浴びて、その頃にはもう凍っていた遺体はぐずぐずと溶け出していた。中には腐臭を放ち始めていたものもあったとか。ところが一体だけ凍りついたままの綺麗な遺体
It
が存
was
在
the
した。
priestess.
それが
棺の中に収められていた少女だったと。
そうだ。最初は誰もが思った。ほんの 2,3 日もすれば彼女の体も腐り始めるだろうと。だが1週間経っても2週間経っても1月が経ち2月が経ち、それでもなお凍ったままの彼女の姿はやがて人々から奇跡と呼ばれるようになった。噂は噂を呼んで瞬く間に広がり、奇跡の少女を一目見ようと大勢の人々がハリファクスの港へと押し寄せることになった。そんな中、誰からともなく彼女のことを
All
こんな
ice,
風に呼び始めた。
ice, Alice.
オールアイスあり。だがその噂も長くは続かなかった。
どうして？
消えちまったんだよ、アリスの姿が忽然と。
She was stolen by King Tut
何
II.
者かが倉庫に忍び込んでアリスの遺体を持ち去ったらしい。姿が消えれば噂も消える。次第に彼女のことは忘れ去られていき、今では当時の新聞にその名残をわずかに留めるばかりだ。
待ってくれ。お前はさっきこの船にはあの少女がいるって。
ああ、言ったな。アリスは間違いなくこの船のどこかにいるはずだ。
This guy literally has zero brains. Get this
Awesome.
out of here. But we gotta have the lore dump. It's important to the
俺
story.
は知ってるからだ。
何を？
その後アリスがどうなったのかを。
Junpei, go.
聞かせてくれ。どうなったんだアリスは。
Seven nodded slowly and took on the look of a man recalling something long buried.
当時ニューヨークには世界中の富豪たちが集まるブラックマーケットがあったと言われている。
Brain cell has been working overtime. It needs a break. It seems so.
そこのオークションでアリスは競売にかけられたんだ。落札した人物の名はサーデュエフ・ゴルダイン。
Nikola Tesla. No, Lord Dashiell Gordain.
聞いたことのある名前だろう。
ゴルダイン卿。タイタニック号の姉妹船ギガント号を
The
買い取った人物か。
Gigantic instead of the Titanic.
その通り。ま、時系列的には逆になるんだがな。
というと
ゴルダイン卿は1912年にアリスを手に入れてからその4年後の1916年にギガントを買い取ったんだ。
You care about this story of all ice? Yes.
そしてギガントのどこかにアリスを隠した。それがどこなのかはわからん。彼は1931年にこの世を去っている。アリスの隠し場所を誰にも告げぬまま。
Someone tells Seven that just because a Wikipedia page says something doesn't mean it's true. Don't you mean conspiracy theory YouTube videos?
ただなんだ
ゴルダイン卿の側近が一度だけ尋ねたことがあるそうだ。アリスはどこに？すると彼はこう答えたという。ギガントのへその下。知識の森を抜けた小部屋にアリスは眠る。
What is that supposed to mean? That doesn't mean anything.
なんだそりゃ暗号か。
さあな。
Seven threw his hands up in defeat.
とにかくそんなわけで俺は確信してるんだよ。ギガントのどこかに、つまりこの
Somewhere on this ship. Before Junpei could dispute Seven's rather bizarre claim, as Junpei was trying to figure out what on earth he was going to say next, Clover's shrill voice pierced the room.
ちょっと、二人とも何やってんのよ。そんなところでだべってないで、早く出てきなさい
We're
よ。
jerking off in here, woman. Leave us
わ
be.
かったわかった。すぐに行くよ。
ったくもう。
Seven looked up at Junpei.
とにかくそういうわけだ。今話したこと、いずれ役に立つ時が来るかもしれ
Believe
ない。
me, I don't think I could forget that even if I wanted to. With that cryptic remark, he turned and left the room.
アリス。
Junpei was left behind to ponder what he just heard. He tried to remember what June had told him earlier.
その王女のミイラは普通のミイラじゃなかったんですよ。
I'm very sure.
凍ってたみたいなんです。
In wax.
発見された時からタイタニックに積み込まれるまでずっと。凍りついたその体は砂漠の上を運ばれている時でさえ決して溶けることはなかったと言われています。
She's the one who cursed
そ
the
のエジプト
Titanic.
の王女はアリス。体内にある 60% の水分が全てアイスナインでできていた。
X'd out on that one, but it's a fair enough guess, I suppose.
そんな人間いるわけないじゃないか。
Junpei shook his... Imagine if Zero is Alice. I will lose my mind if that is the case. Junpei shook his head, trying desperately to clear it, and followed Seven to the operating room where Clover was waiting. Alright. Get over here. Yes, cool. Okay, so we've collected the 6 parts of the medical mannequin. So the ones we've got must be for Lucy, right? Yeah. Seems like it. Well, I say we give Lucy her parts back. Any objections? Nope. Agreed. All right, let's get started. Combine. Oh, there's a number on here. 51 kilograms? What's this? Is this the weight? Well, we were just stacking body parts on it, so it just makes sense that it'd be the weight. Hey, nothing happened. That's odd. Maybe it's the wrong weight? Weight? Well, yeah, you know how there's a scale on the side of the bed? Maybe. We need to get this scale to a specific number. How are we gonna do that? I think we're supposed to swap her body parts with John's. Oh, let's give it a shot. Operating instructions. The screen will display 2 medical mannequins. You can switch their body parts by selecting the part you want to switch out. Oh, well, here we go. So the head and the right arm we can't switch out. So close. Okay, so we need to get Alice, Alice? No, Lucy to 53.5 kilograms. So in theory... Wow! Okay, sure. Hey, Junpei, I just heard something. It came from John's operating table. We better check it out. Really? That was the solution? Literally just swap all of them except the heart? Are you insane? Look at the scale. John. Huh? The lid on the scale. It's a key. It opened. Oh, I get it. It must have opened because we matched John's weight to what's on the chart. It's the Jupiter key. Hey, the symbol engraved in that key, isn't it the Jupiter symbol? And that means we can get Audi 9000. Get me out of here. What, 7? Junpei stopped, about to put the key into the doorknob. Did you just one take that? Technically 2 take that, but yes.
どうしたんだ?
四つ葉がいね
That is a good question. Where did Clover go? Junpei turned around. Clover was nowhere to be seen.
たく何やってんだよあいつ。セブン、ちょっと待っててくれ。
え。わかった。
Junpei left Seven at the door and headed back to the operating room. Clover. He found her standing next to the operating table. She was staring at the mannequin.
おい、どうしたんだよ、四つ葉。早く行くぞ。
It is time to go, Clover. She didn't respond. If she hadn't been standing up and breathing, Junpei might have thought she was dead.
何してんだよ。そんなにジョン君と別れるのが名残惜しいのか?
It wasn't the best joke, but it was something. An attempt to lighten the mood. Clover didn't laugh. She stood shock still and said nothing. Stock still, not shock
なあ、
still.
四つ葉聞いてんのか?
Perhaps it was something he'd said, or perhaps it was something else. Suddenly, her mouth opened, and she whispered in a dry, dead voice.
お兄ちゃん、もしかしたら
We don't
殺
know
され
that.
たのかもしれない。
We don't know that for sure.
急にいなくなっちゃったのは気だとしたら次に狙われるのは
That is incorrect. Suddenly, the operating room felt very, very cold.
何言ってんだよ。どうしちまったんだよ、トツ。
He gave her a small shake, but she still didn't respond.
Yes.
Yes. The silence grew heavier. Junpei, what do you want to do? I feel like I need to save for this. That's what I think. Okay, I'm gonna save over this. We're gassing the room. Oh no. Do not return to title screen. I'm not giving her the 4-leaf clover. I'm still keeping it. It's mine. It is my right to have. They're releasing the stupidity gas into the room. Oh no. We need to leave, Clover.
とにかくここを出よう。出口の鍵は見つかったんだし。な。
Clover nodded, almost imperceptibly. Still, Junpei was glad to see she was at least somewhat responsive.
さ、行こうか。
He put his hand on her shoulder and guided her to the preparation room. As they arrived at the door, she suddenly stopped.
ごめんね。
What was this? Why was she apologizing? Junpei wasn't sure what to make of her. Was she emotionally unable? Or unable? Goodness sakes, my own brain is failing me. Was she emotionally unstable because her brother had gone missing?
本当にごめんなさい。今言ったことは全部忘れてくれていいから気にしないで。本当に。
How could anyone pretend not to hear something like that? But something told him this wasn't the time to press the issue. Junpei gave her the warmest, kindest smile he could manage.
あ、
ありがとう。
Her smile was weak. It was almost painful to watch.
ったく遅えよ。何やってたんだ。
Seven looked up as they walked into the room, clearly irritated.
お医者さんごっこでもしてたのか？
We could be.
まあな。羨ましいだ。
Seven avoided answering the question. Oh goodness, they stood in front of the door. Junpei took out the Jupiter key.
よし。それじゃあ、開けるぞ。
いちいち聞かなくてもいい。さっさと開けるか。その鍵をよこすかしろってんだ。
分かったよ。
He slid the key into the keyhole and turned it. We did it. We escaped. He felt it unlock. The door opened with a soft, melancholy creak. Beyond it lay a simple white hallway. That's not a white hallway. There was no fanfare or confetti. Obviously, there was no one there to applaud them. They simply walked through the door. That was it.
さてと、行きますか。
おいおい、なんだよそりゃ。ジジイが散歩に出かけるみてえな言い方じゃねえか。
That's not what he even remotely said, but you know what? Sure.
おっとこ、他にねえのかよ。喜びを分かち合うような掛け声がさ。
ねえよ。
You know what? Fair enough, I suppose. Junpei turned away from Seven and took his first step down the simple white hallway.
お兄ちゃん。もしかしたら
I certainly hope not. I liked Snake.
次に狙われるのは
Clover had told him only a few minutes before that her brother was probably dead, and she was likely to follow him.
冗談じゃない。喜びの声なんて。
You found it. You found depression. Oh, goodness. They left the operating room. Hallway took them around several corners and past several doors, but they were all locked.
ここもか。扉があっても、どれもこれも鍵がかかってちゃね。
次のはどうかな。
The final door was hidden in a corner of the hall.
やってみるか。
Junpei grabbed the handle. As he made to push it open, a voice stopped him. The voice came from behind him and belonged to neither Seven nor Clover. Is it going to be June? Junpei! It was June! He spun around. He saw someone running toward him from the other end of the hallway. There were 3 people coming toward Junpei and his companions.
紫。それに、サンタとヤシロも。
Oh, come on. They pulled up short in front of Junpei, breathing hard.
おい、こいつは一体どういうことだ。
なんであなたたちがここにいるのよ。
Well, you see.
なんでって言われても。
Before he could finish, Clover spoke.
ねえ、ちょっとみんな、こっち来てもらえる？
She was standing near the end of a small hallway that branched off to the right. The rest of them ran over to her. curious as to what she'd found.
ほら、これ。
There was something on the wall at the end of the hallway.
船内マップだ。
Oh, cool! Another map.
左上のところに
C
C デッキとありますね。
このフロアのマップだってことかしら。
7の扉と8の扉。それぞれのルートをたどると、
So we
今俺たち
go
がいる通路に出るよう
this
になってい
way
るの。
then. In fact,
要するに俺の言った通りだったってことだよ。
I clipped you finding the depression. Thank you.
9の扉を見つけるまで俺たちが離れ離れになることはないんだ。一時的に分離したとしても必ずどこかで合流するようになってる。
Indeed.
そうしないと誰も9の扉を開けなくなっちまうからな。そういう風にできてんだよ。
へえ。
How do you, my mans, how do you know that's how it works? Junpei looked at the map of the ship's interior again.
あれおい、
Yeah, this
この先ってもしかして。
this hallway here. He looked more closely. His surprise and excitement gave way to weariness.
マジかよ、おい。
One by one, the others saw what he'd seen.
とにかく行きましょう。
そうだね。
They moved as one for the door.
あ、忘れるところだった。こいつは取っておかないとな。
He pulled the map of the ship's interior off of the wall, put it in his pocket, and followed the others. The 6 of them stood in front of the door, arrayed in a semicircle. Santa stepped forward. He took hold of the door and spoke, without looking back at the other 5.
いいか、開くぞ。
Do it. Slowly, all 5 nodded, their silent assent. With a deep breath, Santa threw open the door. Who the fuck is that guy? It's Santa! Don't you recognize Santa? Santa Claus? I mean, I suppose so. They poured through the doorway and into the room. Even without looking around, each one of them knew where they were.
やっぱり
They were just where the map had said they would be.
戻ってきたんだ。
In the lobby. Or no, in the hospital room. Ooh.
なるほど、話は分かった。
Oh, hey, Ace.
君たち6人は2つのチームに分かれ、7の扉と8の扉に入って、
Indeed.
そしてそれぞれ手術室と実験室の謎を解き、
I.
出口を抜けた通路のところで合流することになったと。
Yes. He looked like anyone might after only just waking up. Or he looks like anyone might after only just what? Looks like anyone might after only just waking up. But it seemed that his brain was working as well as ever. Okay. Good. Alatos, can you do something for me as I eat? Potentially. What do you need? Yep. Okay, wait, so I had to fix my Wi-Fi a bit and I missed the Clover thing. What did we do and what happened? All we did was open a door and we ended up in the place where we started our little advent. Well, not at the very beginning of our adventure, but the whole thing of us being in the operating room. Yeah, we're back at the door where we kind of entered to that place. We basically just went around in a huge circle. He had managed to grasp, summarize, and understand each team's report.
それにしてもなんだがな。
Oh, no, I meant when Clover was not leaving when you... Oh, okay, yes. So basically, Clover was like, oh, my brother's dead, so I'm probably next. And then I told her, hey, we need to get outie, like, now. And she was like, okay, forget I said anything. And we had a weird little moment about that. Can you snake me to... Not this... Goodness sakes. Can you snake me to Snurch so I can snurship like a snog at the snine of your snite? Oh my goodness. Just forget about your brother already. Oh goodness, yep.
必ず戻ってきてくれると信じている。
Let's see, yes.
確かに私はそう言ったが、まさかこんなに早く実
Sorry, when
現す
the
るとは
fucking...
ね。
Yeah, so... I forget the artist... I want to say Panic at the Disco. I could be wrong. I don't listen to Panic at the Disco. It's the Take Me to Church something. I don't care. but instead it's Snake Me to Snurch. Kind of like how what's his name? Like the Dolan Duck dude is like number 15 Burger King foot lettuce, but someone made and edited a Bumber Biff Teen Burger Bing Butt Bettis. It's basically the same concept, but different execution. Jesus fucking Christ, yes. Indeed. Ace shook his head with a rueful smile.
まあいずれにせよ、こうして無事に再会できたんだから、よかったじゃねえか。
Seven smiled.
とにかく、こんな陰気な場所はとっととおさらばすることにして、はい、そのための鍵は見つかったんだからな。
Also, it's Chills that... Oh, okay. I thought it was Dolan Duck. They both sound similar in my head. Almost had a heart attack and thought you meant Brendan Urie himself made that sentence into reality.
そのための鍵？
Goodness.
さっき言っただろ、木製の鍵のことだ。手術室で見つけたんだよ。なあ。
Wait, can't we use the elevator with the Jupiter symbol for that now? I certainly hope we can. Nutshills was the cringe guy with the top 10. I mean, again, number 15, so.
Ah.
But I get what you mean. Either way. Like I said, just in my head, they both sound the same. Because I discovered both of them literally within the same hour. So they just kind of blended into my head. Junpei nodded.
例の太陽系の鍵のことね。だったら私たちも見つけたわ。
Drank. I will drink. Delicious flavored water. All right.
はい。
Womb tattoos don't really do anything.
地球の鍵。
This one's different. What? None desu ka? Oh wait, no, because of Lotus, right? I think that's jewelry, but fair enough. The Earth Key. Lotus dug out a still warm key with an Earth symbol on it.
私が持ってるとなくしちゃいそうだから、あなたに預けておくわ。
ああ、わかった。
Could also be a sticker. That'd be weird to have just a sticker on there, but fair enough, I suppose. And with that, she pressed it into Junpei's hand. He felt slightly less than honored.
さて、これで未使用の鍵は3つになったわけか。
だな。手術室で見つけた
Jupiter.
木製の鍵。厨房で見つけた
Saturn.
土星のカードキー。
Earth.
そして今、ヤシロから渡された地球の鍵。
Junpei tucked the new keys into his pocket. June spoke up.
確か木製の鍵ってあの長い直線通路の突き当たりの鍵でしたよね。
Potentially.
そうだ。
Didn't make the seizure of a... So this is the famous DS visual novel? Yes. Yes, it is.
マップによると、その先は大階段につながってるらしい。で、大階段の周辺にはだな。
待ってよ。
They were the first words anyone had heard out of Clover in quite some time. Oh, goodness. Her face suggested they weren't going to be very happy words. Oh boy.
3の扉はどうするの？
Door number 3.
おお、そろって。あの船内マップ、お前だって見ただろ？あの扉も7や8と同じだ。結局は
Look, that's
この
because
大病
Peace
室
is
に
just
戻ってき
saying
ちまう。
the British pronunciation of stupid.
意味がないんだよ。あの先を調
You
べて
know, with 4 S's, 2 C's, and an H somewhere in there.
意味はあるよ。少なくとも。
You stupid. There were tears in her eyes, but she glared at Seven as hard as she could just the same. She looked very much like a frightened puppy. There wasn't a man alive who could have resisted those eyes. Seven looked everywhere in the room except at Clover, and muttered and coughed apologies under his breath.
そうだったな。悪かったよ。もしかしたら3の扉の先にニルスがいるかもしれないもんな。
But he would need at least 2 other people with him. Clover nodded once. The next person to speak was Ace.
わかった。それでは
So
私
who's
が
the
音に
brain?
することに
Let's
しよう。
speaking mental deficiency 2-piece. Oh no. Who's got the brain cell currently? Clover, probably. It seems like it. No man can resist those jokes. I can.
だいぶ休ませてもらったからね。
Oh
今
goodness.
度は私が働く番だ。というわけだからセブン、力を貸してくれるね。
俺が
Junpei did the calculations quickly in his head. 4 plus 1 plus 7 equals 12. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Looked like 7 was doing them too. At least he gave up. Or at last he gave up.
ちそういうことか。俺が行くのが一番手っ取り早いってことだな。
その通り。
たくしょうがねえな。
And so it was decided that Clover, Ace, and 7 would discover what lay beyond door number 3.
じゃあちょっくら行ってくるわ。
Don't die.
気をつけてね。
おお、ヤシロの口からそんな言葉が聞けるとはな。
勘違いしないでくれる？あんたたち3人に死なれると困るのよ。
That's crazy. Oh no. Although a lot of people in school thought I was. Yeah, 7 does look to be the dumbest character, and potentially might be, depending on depending on how things go. Although I think Junpei is much more dumb, based on past events. 7 nodded as if this answer made much more sense and pulled the lever on the RED. Good luck, you 3. Door opened and Ace, Clover, and 7 jumped through it. Don't die. 6, 7, 8. After exactly 9 seconds, the door closed noisily.
さてと、それじゃあ私たちも行きましょうか。
Can we hand out the Darwin Award to the dumbest character at the end? Probably. Actually, no, we can't do that until we get through all 3 of the Nonary games.
Huh?
Because right now we're on Nonary Game 1, which is 999. Then we have 2, which is Virtue's Last Reward. I think. And then we have 3, which is... I was gonna say World's End Harem, but that's a manga, not a visual novel. Make a tier list based on how smart the character. At the very, you know what? At the very end, I'd be willing to do that. At the very end of all 3 of the Nonary games, yes, absolutely. Everyone except Lotus seemed rather confused.
ただ待ってるだけじゃ時間がもったいないでしょ。だから。
なるほど。木製の鍵を使ってこの先を調べに行くってわけですね。
Indeed, I guess.
そう。もしかしたらこの先にニルスがいるかもしれないし。
They were at the end of the hallway, lined by individual hospital rooms.
確かに鍵穴のところに。
Jupiter.
というわけだから、順平くん。
ああ、わかった。
Junpei pulled the Jupiter key out of his pocket and slid it into the keyhole. He twisted and shouted. Yes, World's End Harem is a manga and only a manga. The anime adaptation doesn't exist. Goodness, did it really get that bad? I've only been keeping up with the manga. I saw like the first 2 episodes of the anime. Did it really get that bad? Goodness. The nice, sharp click, he felt the door unlock. Junpei sucked in a breath, held it, and opened the door as quietly as he could. Anime adaptation was ass. I'm so glad I only watched the first couple of episodes then. Oh my goodness. I need to continue reading the manga. I was like, what's it? I don't know if it's still ongoing or not, but I was a good bit in. I was like, oh, I'm trying to remember. I was like 40 something chapters in, I think. Inside was exactly what he expected to see from the map of the ship's interior. They were in a tremendous hall, almost like a ballroom, with a massive central staircase.
おいおい、振り出しに戻っちまったじゃねえか。
Diet ass
いい
2
のかよ。
got the ass taste, then the ass aftertaste. Ugh.
何が？
この辺りはもう隅々まで調べただろう。こんなところに来て意味があるのかって聞いてんだ。
Of course there's a reason.
意味はある。たくお前は鋭いのか抜けてるのか。
Yes.
さっぱりわからない
The
な。
answer is yes.
あ？
これだよ、これ。
Junpei pulled two things out of his pockets.
土星のカードキーと地球の鍵？
And Earth.
どういうことだ？
Santa cocked his head to one side, like an inquisitive bird, and looked at them. After several long moments, during which it became apparent that Santa had no idea what the cards meant, June took pity on him.
サンタさん、覚えてないですか？
The elevators?
この C デッキ、大階段の裏手にエレ
Yes,
ベーターがあ
thank
った
you,
でしょ。
June.
そのエレベ
Shitty
ー
ass
ターの脇には
comparison.
土星のマークが刻まれたカードリーダーが。
Oh.
あとは A デッキの左側のドアにも地球のマークが記された鍵穴があったと思います。つまり順平くんが持っている2つの鍵を使えば
エレベーターを動かしたり A デッキのドアを開いたり
Yes,
できるってことか。
hopefully.
はい、そういうことです。
Wait, so what's the overall lore? Because I am lost. Be on a boat with some hoes, and that's all I got. Santa, man, that guy's parents must use his not the live. Okay, so very quick rundown on basically what this game is. So we are Junpei. We are a dude who got gassed in his apartment room one night after college classes and woke up on this boat with 8 other random weirdos. The only one who isn't a completely random weirdo is June here, this girl here, who is our elementary school friend. And yeah, basically we are on this boat that is basically either a exact replica or maybe the actual Titanic, and or a replica or actual for realsies gigantic ship. And we are forced to solve escape rooms in 9 hours or we die. The end. There you go. Oh yes, and the weird wristwatches everyone's wearing, like that one on June. You can't see it because of the text, but that one on Santa. They all each have a number. So each of them, except for Junpei, because June basically blurted out our real name, everyone got cool code names. So Santa is Santa because his number on the watch is 3, which in Japanese is San. So he was like, okay, my code name's gonna be Santa. June is June because hers is number 6, and June is the 6th month of the year. So there we go. And then Ace 1, Snake 2 because Snake Eyes. 3 is goodness, who was 3 again? 3, or I just said 3. I'm going insane. 4 is what was 4's whole deal? I don't remember 4's nickname. I'll remember later. Or yes, Clover, thank you. I am losing all bits and pieces. Probably because of work, because I had to work today. But that is fine. 5 is us, 6 is June, 7 is 7 because 7's a moron. 8 is Lotus, which is the big tittied girl. And then 9 turned out to be a psychopath and got himself exploded. Junpei smiled, pleased with herself. Started Santa, thank you. Thank you for the pets.
よし、
Goodness
わかっ
sakes,
た
I feel like I need it.
そうと分かれば早速行動開始だ。二手に分かれよ
I'm just glad I didn't have another 13-hour shift today. That is fair
う。
enough.
俺とヤシロは地球の方を調べる。
I had a 10-hour
順平
shift
と
today.
紫は土星の方を
And
頼む。
woke up at 3:30 in the morning.
了解だ。 ならこの鍵は渡しておいた方が良さそうだな。
Junpei handed the Earth key to Santa. They decided that their initial search should be brief.
この先がどうなっているのかはわからないが、とにかくあまり深入りはせずに、ざっと10分程度調べたら戻ってこよう。
Plan decided, the two teams split it up. That's not whatever. But your boy is the new assistant manager of the warehouse after 2 months. There you go. That's something. Junpei and June headed for the
2
elevators.
機あるエレベーターのうち左側の方にだけカードリーダーが取り付けられていますね。
じゃあ早速ここに土星のカードキーを滑らせてみるか。
There we go. A light on the upper left corner blinked to life.
よし、起動したみたいだ。
それじゃ次はボタンですね。エレベーターを呼ぶボタン。
There was a single button to the right of the elevator door.
下向きの逆三角形のボタンだけしかついていないんですね。
上階へ向かうための上向きのボタンはないのか。まあ、とりあえず押してみるか。
Suppose so. The door slid shut, and they heard the grinding of the motor as the elevator car moved down. That's not a pentagram, that's a...
開きましたよ、俊平くん。
Not a... Would it be a would it technically be considered a hexagram? I don't know. Oh, but what, now you do it. I was trying to do it earlier, but you wouldn't let me. You little git. Now you're letting me scroll up and down. June's voice was excited, but Junpei couldn't hear a but Junpei could hear a tinge of anxiety.
はあ、開いたな。行くぞ。
He grinned at June and stepped toward the open door. As he was about to set foot in it, he felt a hand on his arm. We don't know if this elevator is going to close in like the next 4 seconds.
ちょっと待ってください。
Oh my goodness.
なんだよ。
まだ心の準備が。
Junpei was at something of a loss. What could she possibly be so frightened of? June was probably afraid of. They could only go down. Because there's, by the way, D-deck where we woke up from is completely submerged in water. That meant, of course, that the elevator couldn't go any higher than the floor they were on. As he thought about it, Junpei realized he hadn't seen elevators on the A or B decks near the central staircase. Dude, with a boy, ew, boys have cuties. Oh my goodness. All of which meant that the elevator could only convey them to the lower decks.
考えてみれば、
Yeah, D deck
この
is
下の階
flooded.
D デッキは完全に水没してるんだよな。
And we have approximately 4 hours, maybe, before the rest of the ship floods and we all drown.
水没したフロアに向かうエレベーターか。そりゃ怖いよな。
Indeed.
さっきこのエレベーター、下から登ってきたよな。
Yes, I'm pretty sure the
はい、
elevator
そうですね。
can, like, move
ボタ
underwater.
ンを押してもすぐに扉は開きませんでした。開いたのはモーターか何かの稼働音が聞こえてきてか
Yeah,
ら
the motor could be up in this, like, area here. It doesn't have to be at the
だよな。
bottom.
です。
だけど、見ろよエレベーターの中。
Junpei jerked his head toward the interior of the elevator.
全く濡れてないだろ。壁も床も。
Okay, yeah, you got me there, I'll be
言われ
honest.
てみると確かにそうですね。
Ooh, excuse me, goodness sakes. She looked around the elevator, slightly embarrassed.
調べてみよ
調べる？
う。ああ、こうするんだよ。よっと。こうやって片足だけ突っ込んで
This
半身の
is
姿勢
lore
で回
accurate
数ボタンを
Titanic,
探
and
せ
we are
ば。
saying yes, exactly. This is either the Titanic or the Gigantic.
C と
I
E だ。
haven't figured it out yet.
よし、E の方を押すぞ。
Wait, there's an E deck? When did this? Okay. He pushed the E button and jumped out of the elevator. The door slid shut, and they heard the grinding of the motor as the elevator car moved down. So when is there an E deck? Also, we can see the A and B deck right there.
下の方からかすかに扉の開く音が。
よし。それじゃあとはまた逆三角形のボタンを押せば。
A few moments later, the elevator returned. Lord Satan. Nah.
やっぱり中には水滴一つ
What's
見
the
当たらない。
Gigantic? The Gigantic is the sister ship to the Titanic, apparently. Junpei couldn't resist puffing out his chest, just a little bit. June, however, still looked confused.
どういうことでしょう。
Means there's a E deck that is completely separate from D deck that isn't submerged underwater.
D デッキは水没
It can
して
probably
も
only be
その
accessed
下の
by
E
the
デッキは
elevator.
無事ってことですか。
らしいな。おそらく E デッキの一部とエレベーターのシャフトは
Yeah,
密
see?
閉構造
There
に
we
なってるんだろ
go. Way to go, Junpei. So it's the Titanic sequel. I mean, yes, basically.
う。こんな感じで。
He pulled out his notebook and pen and sketched out a rough illustration.
なるほど。だからこの船は浮いてい
Yeah,
ないん
that
ですね。
more or less that's what I was thinking.
ちょうどフラスコを水に沈めたような形になってるから。
ああ。多分そういうことだろう。
Junpei continued talking as he closed the notebook and slipped it back into his pocket.
というわけだから、俺はちょっと下の様子を見てくるよ。お前は
Ocean
こ
in
こ
the
で待機を。
ocean, indeed. And all that good nonsense.
いいから。言った通りにするんだ。わかったな。
Ocean of the ocean. Oh, goodness. He gave June's shoulder a reassuring squeeze, then hopped onto the elevator. You guys had a notebook the whole time? I mean, I have a notepad open, so, you know. But yes, this is, I'm pretty sure, either the first or maybe second time the notebook has been introduced. Push the E button and the door began to close. This is like the third time we've hit the E button. June looked worried, her eyes darting back and forth as if she was trying to make a decision when suddenly...
私も行きます。
Proof he hasn't been having the brain cell he could have used it. Also true.
Huh?
The last possible moment, June dashed forward, turning sideways just in time to slip through the gap between the closing doors.
あ、おい、ちょっと待て。
If this was any other visual novel, or rather, let me say, if this were any other modern visual novel, one of her hands would have come clean off from the closing door. Junpei jammed his finger against the open button. But it was too late.
あ、しまっちまった。
The door had shut. He and June were in the elevator, and it was headed down to E deck. He was so surprised by June that he didn't even have time to think about what awaited him on the E deck.
つい乗っちゃいました。
Modern visual novels are all body horror. Not all of them, but some particular visual novels are extremely gory. And yeah. Not a fun time. Even for someone like me who can handle his fair share of gore and whatnot. Goodness sakes, they get intense. Oh man. I mean, there's only so much you can do in a DS game. Danganronpa, yeah, Corpse Party. You both said Corpse Party at the same... I'm not even talking about Corpse Party. I'm talking about more intense things than Corpse Party. I still need to, I need to properly... I actually do have Corpse Party, like, the remake of it, or remaster, whatever, on my PC. I need to play it at some point. Because I remember seeing the anime of it. What's that one RPG game called Fear and Hunger? Yes, a game I've also played. Fear and Hunger, not that gory. It's more just like eldritch horror type thing. So, but no, story time real quick. Corpse Party anime was fucking traumatizing as a kid, I would imagine. So, I first watched that anime during my freshman year of university. Corpse Party has such a fetish, like doing shit to eyes. I believe you. But what's it? No. So story time real quick. So back during my first year of university, my roommate turned out to be a very huge fan of like the story and the lore of Corpse Party, because I don't know how he got into it. I think because like a YouTuber he really liked was like played like the first game or something, and he just kind of got sucked into the story of it. So we would just like literally almost like at least either once a week or once every other couple of days, we would just talk about like the lore of Corpse Party, because I knew nothing. I knew absolutely nothing about it, but he would just like tell me bits and pieces of like just the general broad strokes of like things that would happen in all the different visual novels. Dude, that series is absolutely insane. Watched it as a sixth grader and stayed up for almost a week straight, probably PewDiePie. I don't think it was PewDiePie. I think it might have been another YouTuber, like what's one of the cringy ones I don't like Vaush? Is that his name? Vaush, Vaush, something like that. Has like an owl head thing going on his thing. But either way, nonetheless. So one day when I was like, what's it? It was either early in the morning, like right after I had gotten done with like taking a test, or it was at night on like a Thursday or a Friday when I could stay up late because I didn't have classes until the afternoon. I kind of just stayed up and watched the entire thing on my, or the entire anime of Corpse Party on my PC. And because for those of you who have been in a university freshman dorm room, know that you basically get a single room, and that is all you get. See, oh geez, crucify him, there is no return. Isn't Corpse Party just about ghosts and people going insane, killing themselves or killing others? Yes and no. There's also things like that one thing of like how the main ghost girl effectively ate her twin sister in the womb and stuff like that. But that is neither here nor there. But either way, as I was watching, like, for those of you who have been in university, especially during freshman, I'm sorry, what? Yeah, don't worry about it. For those of you who have been in university and have been in a freshman dorm room in universities, you know that you basically get a singular room for both of your beds, your closet space, and everything else you would want. You get a singular room for all of that. And because of how the room was sort of oriented, probably the brightness of my monitor probably eventually woke him up or something. And so at some point during like the third or fourth episode, I got the sudden suspicious feeling that like someone was directly next to me. Goodness sakes. Next to me watching, and I just looked over my shoulder and I saw my roommate on his bed, like laying on his chest with his chin rested on his hands, just sort of watching with me. And we just kind of nonchalantly say, it's like, hey. And then we watched the entirety of the anime for that. What do you mean, don't worry about it? You heard what I said. Don't worry about it. Anyways, back to escape rooms and occult and semi-occult nonsense. They tentatively stepped out and looked around.
異常はないみたいだな。
And then you guys kissed. I mean, what? No, we did not. We did not kiss. Hey, that was before I figured out I was bi too. Not my type. No fish going about their fishy business, or jellyfish floating lazily through the water. There was, however, a blowfish. Or at least something that looked very much like one. June's cheeks were puffed out, and her mouth a tiny, intense frown. Were you holding your breath in case we were gonna get flooded in, woman?
大丈夫だよ。やっぱりこの辺りは水没を免れてるんだ。だって見りゃわかんだろうがそのぐらい。
June looked around nervously. Then. There you go. Exhaled.
本当だ。全く浸水してませんね。
だろ？
でも、この上には何トンもの水の塊が。
ああ、乗っかってることになるな。
Indeed.
もしも、天井が抜け落ちてきちゃったらど
The
うします？
ceiling is not going to break. It is made out of metal. Junpei thought about that for a moment.
多分、死ぬ。
I mean, you'd have time to rush to the elevator, so.
そんな、あっさり言わないでくださいよ。
とにかく、この辺りを調べたらすぐに引き返そう。ヤシロとサンタはもう戻ってるかもしれないし。
わかりました。了解です。
さてと。
They're a really popular corpse party clip where a green-haired girl like watches another girl stab herself with scissors, or is that something? I know what you're talking about. That is not Corpse Party. That is Higurashi. That is technically it's not a visual novel, it's a sound novel. But it is also an anime. Both apparently the novel, sound novel, and anime are very, very, very good. I have seen the first season of Higurashi. I need to see the other ones. I also have the first chapter of the sound novel on my PC, so I may go and just read that. We'll see. Junpei glanced around the room they'd found themselves in. The first thing he noticed was a set of thick iron bars. They ran the length of the room, separating the left elevator from the right one.
鉄格子か。ここは抜けられそうもないな。
Oof.
ですね。
逆側はどうだ？
Same shit. Oh, Higurashi is dark. It's taking me a while to get through the anime because I'm taking notes. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's probably very, very, very important you take notes for reasons. In the corner of the room that housed the elevators, Junpei found an opening. He walked up to it and stuck his head around the corner.
こっちは長い直線通路になってるみたいです。
突き当たりのドアに何か書いてあるな。
It's the number 6.
まさかあれは。
確かめに行きましょう。
Junpei and June set off down the hallway at a brisk clip. What? Somewhere between a run and a jog. Okay. Before long, they found themselves in front of the door. On it was a number written in bright red paint. 6.
やっぱりだ。
Quick.
ナンバリングドアですね。
We need 3 more 6s. If only. No, we need 2 more 6s, but yes. Indeed, there was a RED bolted to the wall right next to the door.
でも、二人だけではどうすることもできませんね。
戻ろう。みんなに知らせるんだ。
はい。
Junpei and June turned and headed back to C deck.
Huh?
So at this point, what I'm noticing is that the Titanic is effectively, or this boat is effectively an escape room with a bunch of miniature escape rooms in it, is what I'm basically figuring out about this whole scenario. And it's kind of neato. I'm kind of digging it. On their way back, Junpei noticed a map on the wall. Is it for the E deck? Yeah, it is.
念のため持っていくか。
Yeah, 3 I'm extra. Fair enough. It's not going to be as effective, but fair enough.
そうか。
Door number 1.
1か。
They'd met up back with Santa and Lotus, who had explained what they'd found. Apparently, there was another numbered door on A deck, just like the one on E deck, beyond the door that the Earth Key opened. According to Santa and Lotus, there was a 1 on the door.
これで俺たちは新たに6の扉と
Aren't
1
all
の扉を
escape
発
rooms
見し
like
たって
that,
ことに
where
なる
it's
の
one
か。
big area with a bunch of small areas with puzzles and shit? Not really. I mean, what's it? If you get like somewhat fancier escape rooms, they'll have like 3 rooms with their own separate puzzles. But I'm talking like we're going the extra mile here. We're talking escape rooms within escape rooms. Whereas a regular escape room, it's just a single room. Or if you get into like a bigger area, it's like a maximum of like 3 rooms per the escape room that you can go through.
それにしてもいいデッキが水没してなかったとは驚きね。
Lotus was quiet for a moment, lost in thought.
いや、いいデッキの全部が無事かどうかはわからないよ。俺たちが見たのはエレベーターの周辺だけだし。
だとしても同じよ。驚愕の事実であることに変わりはないわ。
しかも通路の先には6の扉があったんだろ。
Indeed.
ってことはゼロはこうなることを全部計算に入れた上でこの船を大改造したってことになる。
とても正気の沙汰とは思えないわね。
そうですね。一体どれだけの時間とお金をかけたんでしょう。
おそらく天文学的な数字だろうな。
だとすると、やっぱり一宮が言っていたように、どこかの莫大な資金を持った組織による犯行と見るのが自然かな。
Potentially. Maybe.
そうかもしれないわね。
That thought made them all go quiet for a moment. June bit her lip while Lotus sighed softly to herself, and Santa cracked a stiff neck and stared off into the distance at nothing.
そろそろ帰らないとまずいんじゃないでしょうか。
Why must you do this? Okay. June looked up at Junpei with large, pleading eyes.
ああ、そうだな。一宮たちが戻ってきてるかもしれないし。
Look, I'm not saying I don't have faith in Ace. I'm saying I don't have faith in Seven.
1の扉なら私と紫と純平くんで開けるけどね。
Okay. So, yeah.
あ？俺を置き去りにするつもりか？
Yes. 8 plus 6 plus 5 equals 19. 1 plus 9 equals 10. 1 plus 0, 1.
冗談よ。さあ、行きましょう。
Lotus's words were all the impetus they needed. Back to the large hospital room they went. Not this fucking puppy talk shit again. Look, it is June's greatest weapon. The moment they stepped inside, a tremendous voice echoed across the room. Yeah, we went exploring. It was Seven.
セブン？
Oh, hey. Where's Clover, guys? Okay, you're all here. Cool. What did you find? Gee, basic math again. They're so intelligent. Ace was right behind him, and Clover was behind Ace, although she seemed to be hanging back.
なんだ？
Looked as though there was something strange about them. Seven had the look of a man who'd seen a ghost. Ace was just as pale, and Clover looked as though she was only moments from passing out entirely. For a long moment, they simply stood there, looking at one another. Junpei looked around nervously, waiting for someone else to speak. No one did. He looked at Seven.
何かあったのか？
That's not an answer. Seven was trying very hard to be angry, but something had shaken him hard. I sure do like to. Yes. His shoulders were trembling and his voice was strained. Oh no, not my favorite character. Come on, man. Come on, man. Seven couldn't finish. He just looked away, his face twisted by. Junpei wasn't sure what. Instead, Ace spoke. He took a deep breath, closed his eyes, and spoke.
ニルスが死んでたんだよ。
Darn it.
あの9番の男のようなむごい姿
What
で
do you mean he exploded? It was as if all the air had suddenly been sucked out of the room. Damn, they off-screened his ass. Yeah, guess so. Goodness. Junpei felt his heartbeat quicken, and he realized he was having trouble breathing. He could feel cold sweat beating on his forehead and neck. June, Santa, and Lotus looked the way he felt. All three were frozen in place, their faces white.
そんな嘘でしょ？
They even show a death on screen, or do they just do this every time? I mean... Oh, excuse me. Goodness sakes. I mean, they technically didn't show 9 dying, but you heard the loud explosion, and you saw, like, blood covering the walls. So, I mean, that's close enough to what we get, I guess.
とにかく
At least right
私たちも
now.
確かめに行きましょう。
ああ、そうだな。
They nodded to one another and headed for the number door 3. They nodded to one another and headed for the number 3 door. Oh my
違う
goodness.
そっちじゃねえ。
何 ?3 の扉じゃないのか？
They stopped short and turned to look at 7. He was pointing at the door with no number. What?
ドアの間にドライバーをかませておいた。ロックはかかってねえから、そっちの数字の書かれてない方のドアから入れ。
What?
その先は？
現場は通路の左手にあるシャワー室の中だ。そこのドアにも同じようにほうきの絵が挟み込んである。
つまりナンバリングドアを通らなくても出口の方からそのシャワー室とやらに入れるってことだな。
ああ、そうだ。
そういうことなら決まりだな。
Their new destination clear. Junpei and his companions headed for the door with no number. Once in the hallway, it was easy to spot the metal door on the left
こ
wall.
のドアか。さっき通った時には開かなかったやつだな。
Probably once we reach the next escape room, I'm going to call it for stream. My mind is just absolutely failing me. But now, just as 7 had said, there was a broom stuck between the door and the frame, keeping it open.
それじゃ進むぞ。
They looked at it for a moment, then stepped inside.
ひどい匂いね。
Lotus wrinkled her nose and covered her mouth in disgust. Even Santa pinched his nose shut.
ああ、本当にひどいな。吐きそうだぜ。
It was just as bad as they said, perhaps worse. A hideous smell filled the air, so thick they could almost taste it. Cue the Patrick gif of him licking the SpongeBob ice cream. It was sour and smelled of fish, feces, and burnt meat. It worked its way through Junpei's nose and down his throat to pound against the entrance to his stomach. The smell of death, yum yum. He put his hands over his mouth and struggled to keep what little was in his stomach where it belonged.
どこだ？
Fish and feces? Yes. Did Snake shit himself before he blew up? I mean, no, but depending on, so basically we all have bombs in our lower intestines. So, you know, the feces probably just kind of went flying when the explosion happened. LR. They didn't have to wonder where the body was. Oh boy.
そこか。
There was blood everywhere, a few arms of the splatter reaching toward them as they walked in through the door. All one had to do was follow the many many radial arms to their source. The body itself was hidden behind a divider.
紫。お前はここだ。
Wait, why do we all have bombs in our stomach? Because this dude in a gas mask named Zero gassed us and put us here, and he wants us to solve his puzzle in 9 hours, which we have spent like 5 hours in this ship already, and like 2 of those hours have been spent just talking to each other. Yes.
いいから黙って言うことを聞くんだ。いいな。
He didn't give her a chance to say no. He put his hand on her shoulder, as if to shove her into the ground like a tent pole, turned, and walked toward the end of the divider.
行ってくる。
Let me see it. It felt like it took an eternity for him to get there. Santa and Lotus followed, timid and nervous as a pair of children. Eventually, they reached the divider. They looked at one another and nodded, slowly. Why are people fucking dying then? Because they're not following the rules. Talking simulator, I guess? Yeah, pretty much. For a moment, he forgot to breathe. He felt his heart collapse in his chest like an empty cigarette carton, and time froze. He knew in that instant that he would take the image before him to the grave. What was left of the body sat in a sea of blood. Chunks of flesh, torn from the body, sat in the blood like tiny islands in a great red sea. A vast, ragged hole had been torn in the torso, and what remained of his intestines spilled out of it like fresh spaghetti. Smaller chunks of meat had splattered against the wall and became stuck there as they dried. Globules of yellowish fat had left trails like tiny slugs as gravity pulled them down the wall, even as they dried to it.
一宮が言ってた通り
Grow
だ
up,
な。
you've already seen this once before. Santa's voice was strained. Junpei suspected he was holding down some vomit of his own.
あの9番の男と同じだ。バングルの起爆送信機が作動して、体内の小型爆弾が炸裂したんだろう。
He didn't find the DEAD. It looked as though the explosion had been quite powerful.
ひどい。全身めちゃくちゃだ。
And that's when he loses his lunch.
開放骨折を起こしてるな。
Oh, never mind. His legs were both bent in an odd, unnatural way, and his left arm had split open, exposing the painfully white bone of his ulna. His bracelet lay next to him. It seemed to have hit the wall hard enough to have shattered the display, which lay on the ground in pieces.
それよりひどいのは顔ね。
ああ、ひどいありさまだ。もはや誰だか。
Half of his head had simply collapsed. The blood coating almost made it look like raw pizza dough covered in tomato sauce. His clothes, too, were covered in blood. The burgundy tie, the white shirt, the jacket with the yellow piping, and the gray slacks.
この服は
All wrong. They were all familiar to Junpei. Oh, okay.
間違いないわ。ニルスね。
Yeah, no shit, Rainer. It's a bomb and sauce. Yes, indeed. Lotus's voice was unnaturally deep and strained, and Junpei heard it catch in her throat. The squeal of tortured metal made Junpei's teeth curl. It sounded like the noise a ghost would make. No matter how many times he heard it, he never got used to it. Every time, it put him on edge. It didn't help that there was a girl nearby who looked far more like a ghost than a living human should. It was Clover. She sat on the edge of the bed, her head drooping listlessly onto her chest. Her eyes were blank and stared across the room at nothing. Her breathing was slow and mechanical. Aside from the rise and fall of her chest, she didn't move. Junpei felt as if even a nudge might cause her to shatter into 1,000 pieces.
おそらくニルスは殺され
Descriptions
た
for
んだ
that guy's corpse is absolutely hilarious. Ah, yes, pizza dough with sauce. Nom nom. Yeah, pretty much. Junpei's little, like, mental, like, sort of painting of the scene is very interesting. That's for sure.
あの9番の男が死んだ時と同じような状況に追い込まれてな。
Seven lowered his voice, likely in an effort to keep Clover from hearing what he had to say. There were 4 other people in the room with Junpei and Seven. Ace, Santa, June, and Lotus. Seven looked at each one of them in turn and continued.
やった方法は実に単純明快だ。簡単に説明することができる。
So Junpei takes the brain cell to describe the scenes. Yes. he uses it poorly, but he does do it.
ニルスと共にレッドで認証を行い、3の扉を開いた。で、その奥へと
man
ニルスだけをぶち込んだんだ。その9秒後、自動的に扉が閉鎖。孤立したニルスになす術はない。それでも奴は諦めなかった。無駄だとは知りながらも、レッドを求めてシャワー室へと飛び込んでいった。藁にもすがる思いでな。だが、掴んだ藁は所詮は藁だ。
That face. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Thank you.
デッドで認証を行っても、
What's
バングルの起
the
爆タイマーが停止するわけはなかった。
the DEAD is basically the thing that. So whenever we open one of these numbered rooms to go do the escape room, we have 82 seconds to find the DEAD to deactivate the primed bomb in our intestines from going off at that moment. You did not just screenshot this man before his last moments of death. Oh yes, I did. Oh yes, I absolutely did.
止めるにはレッドで認証を受けた
Oh
も
my
の。
goodness.
そしてゲートを
I'm
くぐ
sorry,
ってから
81 seconds, not
81
82
秒が経過。
seconds. So yeah, basically once you enter the room, after putting your bracelet on an RED, you have 81 seconds to put it on a DEAD, or you explode. And since our good old friend Snake here is blind, yeah.
なるほど。だから犯人たちなんだな。ナンバリングドアを開くにはニルスを含めて3人以上は必要だ。犯人1人とニルスだけでは扉は絶対に開けない。
そういうことだ。要するに単独犯じゃなくて
Potentially.
複数犯ってことになる。
Potentially. Junpei crossed his arms and grunted.
念のため確認しておきたい。もしも今の推理が正しいとするなら、ニルスが殺されたのはいつだろう？
Math time. Yeah.
全
More
員で
than
分か
likely.
れてレッドの基盤を探してた時だろうな。ニルスがいなくなってるのに気づいたのはその後のことだ。
ってことは全員のアリバイがなかったことになるよな。
Well, correction, none of them have
み
alibis.
んなそれぞれ自分の担当箇所に分かれて基盤を探してたわけで。
I mean, at the same time, yeah, Snake kind of disappeared when we were all exploring the area after the no, it was before the kitchen escape room.
だね。つまり犯人の可能性は俺たち全員にある。
They would have needed to somehow get to 3 with 2 in the number system. Yes, indeed.
ちょっと待ってください。二人ともどうかしてますよ。
June seemed shocked.
なんだか当たり前みたいに平然と言ってますけど、それって私たちの中に犯人がいるってことでしょ？
That is exactly what we are implying, yes.
しかも一人だけじゃない。
Potentially at least 2 of
二
us.
人以上は確実にいることになる。
Why didn't it work? He made it though? I mean, what's it? Well, Zero's the one who made all this, not Snake, at least. Oh my goodness sakes, please, I didn't mean to
こんな
scroll
と
up.
ころで猜疑心を煽ってどうする？それこそゼロの思うツボだろ。
ゼロの思うツボ。
そうとも。これは奴の仕掛けてきたゲームなんだぞ。ゲームであるからには必ず
They're
勝
like,
者と
why
敗者
didn't
が生まれる。
the DEAD work? Snake made it in time. No, he didn't make it in time. That's the issue. Is that when they got it, when they entered the numbered room after activating the RED, someone shoved him into into a weird position to where he basically well, actually no, I'm sorry. They shoved him out of the numbered door room. So basically forcing Snake to try and find another way to get to the DEAD from the other side of the door. And unfortunately, Snake did not make it, it
9の
seems.
扉に入れた者が勝者、あぶれた者が敗者だ。
Because the numbered doors close automatically after 9 seconds after being opened, no matter what.
奴はその勝敗を我々に競わせようとしてるんだ。
つまり意図的に
Oh,
内
so
部
he
分
was
裂を
fucked
起
for
こさせ
sure.
る
Yes, indeed.
そういうことだ。だからこそ我々は疑心暗鬼に陥ってはならないんだ。互いを信頼し結束を固めなければならない。そうしなければゼロの思惑通りになってしまうからね。
ってことはニルスを殺したのは
What DEAD did Snake try then? Because they didn't say he made it to 1 before he complained. DEAD did Snake try then? Because they say he made it to 1 before. No, I think they said he was looking for 1, but he didn't find it. I think.
ああ、
I would have to go back, but all I remember from this moment at least is that he tried to find it but couldn't find it in
という
time.
かだな。
Unless I am crazy.
まず真っ先に疑うべきなのはゼロだろう。奴はこのゲームの首謀者なんだぞ。そいつがニルスを殺したと考える方が自然じゃないかね。
どうなんだろ
Junpei hadn't really considered that.
う。もしもニルスを殺したのがゼロだとするなら、ゼロはこの船の中にいることになる。
Potentially, unless Snake is Zero. Oh my goodness. Junpei. Was Zero still on the ship with them? This is gonna be a save moment. Crazy? I was crazy once. Just kidding. I won't do that. Yeah, that's for Ketsy's server. You know what really makes me crazy? Ducks. Of course. Of course. Of course he was. That was obvious.
そうだよな。
Zero was somewhere on the ship, but Junpei had no idea where. Junpei mumbled to himself, lost in thought.
それにしてもゼロのやつ。
Suddenly, everyone went very quiet. Silence was cold and clammy, and Junpei could feel it crawling across his back and around his throat. Again, he heard the ghosting moaning noise. And moments later, a person who looked more ghost than human appeared. Hey, Clover. It was Clover. She looked at the floor as she spoke, and her voice was a cold monotone.
多分ゼロはこの中に
Are you gonna say it's me? Are you gonna say it's me, Clover? Oh, okay. That's fair. Every human body in the room froze. The only sound was the muffled ruffling of breath. Eyes darted from face to face. One of those faces was the face of their jailer. But who? Was he one of them? Possible.
確かに。四つ葉の言った通り、この中にゼロがいるのかも。
何を言ってるんですか、淳平くん。
I hope that wasn't a very... I mean, I saved a little bit beforehand. It's fine.
さっきの一宮さんの話聞いてなかったんですか？
What?
ああ、そうだ。むやみに疑い合うのはやめようとあれ
Well, yes, you said for no reason, but...
むやみ？むやみなんかじゃないさ。
何なんだその根拠ってのは。
Snake's dead? That's a pretty decent reason, actually.
バングルだよ。
Oh, okay, well. He held out his left arm.
どうして体内にある小型爆弾はバングルと連動してるんだ？ゼロはどこかで俺たちの行動を監視してるんじゃなかったのか？だったらルール違反を犯した場合は遠隔操作か何かで爆発すれば済む
Also
ことだろ
true. That is also something I brought up in the very first stream,
う。
I
その方
believe.
が確実だし手間もかからない。なんでバングルの送信機を介して爆発するような仕組みになってるんだよ。
確かにそれもそうだな。
それだけじゃないぜ。これはノナリーゲームの全てについて言えることだ。 船内にある数々の仕掛けは全部自動的に機能するようになってる。
So this really is the DS Danganronpa. Yes,
つまり
indeed.
ゼロの手を一切介することなく
The DS had 999. The PSP had Danganronpa, or as I like to refer
何
to
も
it,
かもが勝手に進
Granddad
行するように
Ron
なってるっ
Paul.
てことだ。なぜだ、どうしてゼロはそんなめんどくさい仕掛けを施したんだ。
Junpei let the question hang in the air and looked at the others. It was Santa who answered.
ゼロは俺たちの中に紛れ込んでいる。だとすると逐一行動を監視したり遠隔操作で何かを動かしたりするのは難しい。
Indeed.
だから船内の仕掛けは全て自動的に動くようにしておかなければならなかった。そういうことだな。
Night, everyone. All right, good night. Yep, it is past my bedtime. That is fair enough. Thank you very much for coming out. Yep, it was good to see you again, lad.
そうだ、
Junpei nodded.
セブン、確かお前はさっき
I slammed my penis in the car door. You slammed your penis in the car door.
ニルス殺しの犯人は俺たちの中にいる
Also, it was good to
み
see
た
you
いなことを
again.
言ってたよな。
Yay!
ああ、言ったな。
次は一宮、あんたに聞きたい。あんたは確かゼロこそがニルス殺しの犯人だってそう思ってるんだったよな。
Damn, I got new emotes. Hold up.
あ
Oh
あ、その
boy.
通り。それしか考えられないだろう。
じゃあこの2つの主張を合わせてみるとどうなる？
Let's see who those emotes belong to. By the username of Sinbad, I presume she is a VTuber. I am
連
presuming
立方程式み
anyway.
たいなもんだ。解くとこうなるだろう。ニルス殺しの犯人イコール
Sinbad
Zero.
Stardust. Never
Equal.
heard of her, but
俺たちの中にいる。
definitely sounds like an interesting name. Yeah, she is. I figured as much, but still, you would be surprised. Whoever killed Snake equals zero. Hence, zero equals one of us.
要するにセブンと一宮の言って
Love
る
her
ことは
emotes so much.
矛
She's
盾
such
せ
a
ず
good.
に
Oh,
共
she
存で
makes
きる
her
って
own
ことだ。
emotes. That's cool.
ゼロがこの中に
No one spoke. Their faces were grim, but Junpei wasn't sure if they believed him or not. Finally, Lotus spoke up.
で動機は何なのよ。
動機。
そう大事なことでしょ。
Yeah,
どう
that's
して
also
ゼロ
pretty
は
important for
私
like
た
a
ちの中に
murder.
紛れ込む必要があったのか。
それはその
Junpei choked. He hadn't thought of that, and he had to be honest with himself. He had no idea.
わからない。
Lotus sighed.
説得力が大幅にダウンね。
つまり状況証拠だけってことか。
それだけじゃなんとか。
Junpei was painfully aware of their eyes on him and their disapproval. He tried to find something else, anything else, to look at. Then, in that horrible silence, 4 hours, baby! 4 hours left. They heard a bell begin to ring. It was the clock at the central staircase.
あの時計の鐘の音だな。
Never mind, we have 3 hours, actually.
タイムリミットまであと3時間ね。
Goodness sakes.
とにかく今は
We
動
have
くしかあるまい。
spent 3 of our 6 hours so far just talking.
セブン、四つ葉、純平君。今はそれよりも、お互いを信じることの方がはるかに大事だ。そうだろう。
それはそう。
Junpei couldn't bring himself to respond. He swallowed the words he wanted to say and sighed. Seven and Clover remained similarly silent. Their eyes were looking at something somewhere else, very far away.
さあ、時間がない。行こう。
Ace's words put their feet to moving. They all knew where they were going.
次に目指すべき場所は
Mercury.
水星か。
それじゃあまた後でね。
行こう、紫。
行ってきます。ここですね。
It sat, bolted to the wall near the staircase that led to the casino and the kitchen, between the two elevators.
ああ、こ
Mercury.
の彗星のマークが刻まれたか。
そこにセブンさんに渡されたカードを使うんですね。
Indeed.
例のシャワー室を調べてる時にな、見つけたんだよ。
とかなんとかセブンは言ってたな。まあとにかくやってみよう。
Junpei slid the card through the reader. The light on the reader turned green and made a tiny electronic noise.
これでエレベーターが使えるようになった。
俊平くん、その二人きりですけど力を合わせて頑張りましょう。
あ、なんだよ急に。
その選ばれたのが私と
You
純
know
平
what?
君だ
I'm
った
sure
ので
you are,
ちょっと
June.
嬉しくて。
選ばれたって言っても一度いいデッキを調べているからってだけの理由だろ。
それでも俊平君と一緒でよかった。
まずはこのエレベーターが水の中に出ないか調べよう。
前と同じ手順ですね。
Indeed.
戻ってきたな。
Still as dry as
やっ
ever.
ぱり水滴一つ見当たらないですね。
それじゃ行きますか。
Once it had been checked for water, Junpei and June stepped into the elevator.
これボタンがみんな潰されてますね。
Uh-oh.
ああ、押せるのは C とボトムだけだ。
今私たちがいるのが C デッキですから実質ボトムだけってことですか。
だな。じゃあ押そう。
Junpei hit the bottom button. In many such cases, the doors closed. Slowly, they began to move downward.
ここがボトムデッキか。
They stepped off and saw that the hallway to their right ended somewhere between 20 and 25 feet from them. The hallway in front of them was a dead end. But not a regular dead
あ
end.
そこにあるの
This
は
is an advanced dead end. Oh, it's
ナ
two.
ンバリング
Okay.
ドアですね。
これで8枚目だな。大階段の B デッキには2枚のナンバリングドアがあった。4の扉と5の扉だ。それから大病室には3枚のナンバリングドアが。そこにはそ
Oh,
れ
I
ぞれ
thought I had the. Thought I clicked the thing.
No, no.
Re-
あとは私たちが一緒に調べた E デッキに1枚と E デッキの方には6 A デッキの方には1と書か
I
れて
may
いま
just
す。
have to save in the middle of it because it has been 30 plus minutes of just non-stop. I need to save at some point. 4, 5, 3, 7, 8, 6, 1. And now door number 2 stood in front of
ってこと
Junpei.
は
もしかしてこの次の扉
Could
は
potentially be 9, yes.
おそらくそういうことだろう。
Hopefully.
多分この次に見つける扉は。
Despite himself, Junpei felt excited. There was something about that excitement that frightened him as well.
とうとうですね。
あ
なんだか浮かない顔してますね。
あ、いやこのまますんなり行けばいいのになって思っただけだよ。
そうですね。そう願いましょう。
さあ戻ろう。
そうしましょうか。
He did his best to put it from his mind and headed back to C deck with June.
1、2、3。
All right, I'm saying I'm saying we're saving it
7枚あ
now.
るな。
So I have a feeling we're going to be spending another 30 minutes talking. So we'll do that another time. Hold on. Does the options lead to the thing? No. Yeah, that's right, that does. Okay. So yes, that will be all for stream for today. It was a little bit of a shorter stream, but I also started a little later. Plus, it was a work day today, so I'm feeling pretty tired around now. But I will not leave you to it by yourselves. Oh, no, no, no. No. We have someone we need to raid. Let me see. Had fun. That's good. What's it? Yes. We need someone to raid. So, I have a few options here in my follow list. Project Melody is just chatting. One person we're not going to raid is Pat Stares At because he is playing like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, which I want to play, so we're not going to do that. Damn, you don't want to listen to more yapping simulator. Don't get me wrong, I do. But my physical body can only take so much before I just start passing out. Jay Blue, who I believe is one of my VTuber siblings, is playing Pal World. Foxandra's playing Retro. Henya also playing Pal World, and Gaming Kitten is just chatting. Infinite Wealth is out. Yeah, I believe it came out today, actually. Oh, excuse me. Goodness sakes. Oh, this is what happens when I do streams right after eating. Let's see. But yeah, Infinite Wealth came out today. I've been slowly going through Yakuza Like a Dragon. I'm on chapter like 3 and I'm enjoying it so far, but I've been doing that off stream. But we're going to, let me see what Voxandra's playing. She is playing Super what? Super what? Super High-Dildy. It's an RP. It's a JRPG of some kind. Meanwhile, what is my dear VTuber sibling doing? Pal World with Peoples. And they appear to be doing a boss, so maybe. But honestly, I will send you all to the JRPG dimension. That is Voxandra. So, raid Voxandra. And there we go. Mostly because I don't want to get into like the Pal World. Like I want to play more of that game. I don't want to get spoiled on any content on Pal World. I've been playing that off stream, and I'll probably play more of that on stream. Because I've been really enjoying that game. It's actually a lot of fun despite my dislike for survival games. Recently beat Gaiden and I saw Infinite Wealth and went, fuck yeah. I'm actually so excited now. That is very good to hear. I haven't played Gaiden or anything like that. I haven't even played Ishin. Although I hear Ishin's very good. But either way, make sure to give lots of love to Voxandra and all that good stuff. And I may be streaming tomorrow, ? We'll see. We'll see how I'm sort of feeling around that time. I know it's also going to be a friend's birthday as well and all that, so I'll be trying to pop in for that. Ishin very good, all those styles are kind of whack, not gonna lie, that's fair. But all right, I'm running out of time. I will see you all there. Talk to you all later. Until then, goodbye.